Hi, welcome. Hi, Chama. Hi, guys. Welcome to today's episode. Welcome. Hi, Nana. Welcome. Hi. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Thank you, my darling. Miss Onyx, my darling. How are you doing? Welcome, guys, to today's episode. Welcome. Hi, Foodie by Omi. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Hi, Gafa. Okay, so we're just going to wait a few minutes for more people to join in. But while we're doing that, if you're not aware what this live is about, this is the second episode for New Mom Diaries. So this is something I just decided to start because when I was pregnant, before I got pregnant, or even while I was pregnant, there wasn't much information. It was only scary information that was out there. So that's the whole idea of this live, just to share real life experiences, not just my experience. I'm going to be having other new moms, OG moms, people that have been moms for like years. I'm also going to be having doctors come on, gynecologists, psychologists, just to discuss different topics that have to do with motherhood in general. So from giving birth, midwives, postpartum depression, everything in itself. So that's what this show is about. So this is my second episode. If you missed the first one, is on my IGTV, and that was called New Mom Life with a Newborn, and I had Oge with me, and it was a beautiful one. So you can go check that out after this one, but please stay tuned. I just have you guys for the next hour. Trust me, I promise it's going to be interesting. Don't go away. Go share with your friends and family to join in. Hi, Fussy. Hi, sister. Hi, guys. Welcome. Okay, so just 2 more minutes and I'm going to bring on my beautiful guest of the day. Her name is Judith. She's a new mom, and she's been a mom for almost 4 months now. So she's pretty new. So we are just waiting for people. So I'll give another 2 minutes and then we would add her and start the show for today. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you had a beautiful day. Thank you for tuning in wherever you are, Nigeria, Canada, America, every part of the world, wherever you are. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you guys. Really appreciate your time. Okay. Welcome. Oh, and yeah, one more thing. If you do have to leave or you maybe join in late, this is going to be uploaded on my IGTV as soon as we're done. So you can go catch up. Well, please don't go away. Please share with your friends and family. Okay, so just 1 more minute and we would proceed. All right. Oh yeah, and one more thing, guys. Today I already said I was going to have 2 beautiful people with me, but one of them, which is Stephanie, is currently down, and was a last minute thing. I couldn't bring someone else in, but I just pray our prayers are with her, and I hope that she feels better. And I will definitely still have her on this show because I definitely want her to share her experience with you guys. Hi, Shola. Hi, Ademi Day. Hi. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Okay, so I'm going to be inviting my guests so we can just start off immediately. 1 second, guys. While we're waiting for her to join. Hi, Zainab. Hi. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Okay, so we're just waiting for Judith to come on. She should be here shortly. But yeah, so today's topic is things they don't tell you about pregnancy. So we are basically going to be hi. We're basically going to just be sharing weird symptoms that happened to us while we were pregnant. Some did not happen, but maybe some did not happen to me and some happened to Judith and some did happen to Stephanie, who's not going to be here today. But I'm also going to be sharing some things that did happen to her, just for you guys to know that these things actually do happen. Because when you're pregnant, you already you're going to be anxious, right? So you begin to experience some really weird symptoms that you're not or you do not even know come with pregnancy, and then you start panicking, thinking that, oh, something is wrong with the baby or something is wrong with you that could affect the baby. So that's what we're going to be discussing today, to just make you aware of these things that could happen when you're pregnant. So for you to just know that these things are totally normal, okay? You are not weird. There's nothing happening to you and there's nothing happening to baby, okay? Hi, giveaways. We're still waiting for Judith. I think she's running a bit late, sorry guys, but I'm just going to quickly send this off to her so she can join. But that's really what today's topic is about, and hopefully I hope that at the end of this you guys take something away with you and not start having any fears that you're having about pregnancy is maybe reduced by 10%. But yeah, thank you for tuning in, guys. 1 second, just gonna wait. I don't know why Judith's not here yet, but sure she will be. Probably, like I said, new mom life, you plan, but baby has other plans. I'm sure she will be here shortly. 1 second. So while we're waiting for her to join, I'm just going to start off with myself. And I'm going to put out a disclaimer and to let you know that the first thing on this list that they don't tell you about pregnancy is pregnancy is not the same for everyone. And everyone's pregnancy is not the same. If I can, I don't know how to phrase that or rephrase that in a way that you understand. But what happened to me might not happen to the next person. What happens to the next person might not happen. It's completely different. So I don't want you listening to, it's good to hear other people's experiences. That's what we're doing now. But I don't want you to take away, maybe if I tell you, oh, I had this, like I shared in the last episode, I had to have an emergency CS to have my baby. It wasn't what I planned. It wasn't what I and my husband had in mind when we were, I was dilating and everything was going on fine. And all of a sudden, things just went from 0 to 100. Hi, okay. So, yeah, and I had to have a CS, emergency CS. Oh, okay. Our lovely guest is here.
Hi, Makky.
Hi, darling. How you doing? So,
I'm
guys,
very
this is the
you.
beautiful new latest mom in town, Judith. So, Judith, I just want you to. I already told them your name and all that, but I want you to just introduce yourself. Tell them what you do. Tell them tell our beautiful audience here today.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Judith. I'm also known as Judith Post on Instagram. I'm a new mom, as you can see. Yeah, I'm also a content creator. And I make ready to wear items like clothes for like women. So yeah, that's it basically. Nothing too serious over here, but
my love, that's a lot. Certainly, you're doing well for yourself. Content creation and still managing a business, and now a new mom. You have your hands full, so please give yourself credit. You're doing beautifully well.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you for joining in today. And I was like, before you join, while we're waiting, I already told our guests that our topic for today is what they do not tell you about pregnancy. I'm going to pin that there so when people join, they would know. And there's a lot. And I was just sharing that there's some things that, and the first thing on that list is pregnancy is not the same, because they don't actually, our parents or our mothers don't actually tell you that, oh, your pregnancy is not the same. This is something that a lot of people don't know, because once they hear one person's experience, you're just like, oh my God, you're close to pregnancy. So I just want to put it out there that pregnancy is not the same. What happened to Judy? That's the whole point why she's here. She's going to share some experiences that I probably did not have, and I'm going to share some that I'm sure she did not have. So that's the whole point, just for you to be aware that these things actually happen, but doesn't necessarily mean that it might happen to you, but just for you to be aware. Okay. So we're just going to dive right into it, okay?
I'm ready.
So we have a lot. Trust me, we'll start this conversation, and before you know it, like, time is gone, and people are like, "Why are you going? Stay, you know." So let's just start so we can make sure that we have everything. We discuss everything, okay? So, but before we go into it directly, I just want to ask you, how has the last 3 to 4 months? I think baby's almost 4 months now, right?
No, baby will be 3 months next
3
week.
months. Okay, I was giving you extra 1 month. Okay.
Yes.
So baby's going to how's that been for you the last 3 months?
Well, it's been challenging. Yeah, it's really been challenging because before I got pregnant, I've never been so close to like a newborn, a baby, or someone that's pregnant. You get, so I really did not have like a lot of knowledge about it, but Google is my friend, so anything that bothers me, I'm always, going to Google to like, do everything. The nights have been tough. For someone that for someone that loves her sleep. I'm a person that if you wake me up at night and to come and do something, I'll literally be angry. Like, you don't disturb me when I'm sleeping. Then one very small, lovely creature wakes me up every night, like 3 times at night. It's tough. Like, sometimes I get angry, sometimes I'm happy when I look at his face. It's challenging, but I'm winging it.
Hey, my love, if there's anything I've learned, at least I'm still a new mom. I'm still hello.
Yes, you are.
I would say at least I'm 3 months ahead of you. And
yes.
Anything I've learned in the last 6 months is you're learning every day. I don't think anyone is ever 100% ready for a child. And this is something that I mentioned last week. It's the same thing with marriage. You get the certificate for getting married before you even get into the marriage. It's the same thing with having a baby. Fine, you've gone through the 9 months, but there's no manual. Like, when you give birth, the doctors are not going to give you a manual,
Nothing.
You learn every day. And as much as you mentioned that Google is your friend, and that's one thing I know. Google is fine. But sometimes Google isn't really your friend, because you ask Google for one question.
Sometimes, I know.
And they will give you things that you did not even expect. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to do this, because we are going to be people's Google right now. So we're going to be giving you guys information that might scare you, the good, the bad, and the ugly, basically. Yes. That's what we're going to share here. But it's not to scare you. It's just to give you that information that you would need. And if I'm sure that both of us, if we had something like this before pregnancy, like you said, you did not have anyone, this I'm sure would have gone a long way for either of us. But that's why we're doing this, and I hope to have the strength to continue. But yeah, you guys keep sharing so that we can, be encouraged to keep doing this. So we'll just go into, but before we do that, how's baby doing?
Baby's fine. Grandma's with him, so mommy's good.
Bless our moms. Like,
bless them.
My mom has been around. Although my mom has, like I mentioned, like some people that were here last week. My mom wasn't here in the first 3 months. My mother-in-law was around actually for the first 3 weeks, but she came earlier before I gave birth, thinking that she would be here to help me before. But baby was late, so she had already stayed through her trip was almost done, but we had to extend it. But I had it for like 2 weeks, and then my mom came. My mom came when baby was like 3 months. So I would say for the first 3 months, my husband were winging it. My love, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, but we thank God for sisters and friends that experience.
Yes, we
do. What should I do? But we're here. So some people don't have moms, some people don't have anybody to help them. But I just believe, like I said, you would learn, and I think we're made for this. You might not know it, but we're actually made for this. So you're lucky your mom. My mom's going to
this particular thing you're talking about, having mothers. I'm sure when you asking some questions, I'm going to tell you my parts too, because I didn't have her at the beginning, but let's not get right into it now.
Okay, so let's get into today's topic. I'm just going to quickly pin that so that people joining can know what we are talking about. 1 second. But let's just go. I'll just do that while we're talking, not to waste further time. But like I said already, the first thing is I want to say is pregnancy is not the same for everyone. Okay, that this is a disclaimer, and it's also number one on this topic.
Yeah.
And I can't really stretch that enough. So you will understand more on why I'm saying that when we go into things that happened to me, and Judy will share hers also. So Judy, what were the things? What were the weird symptoms that you had that alarmed you before you actually realized that, oh, this is actually normal?
Okay. Oh, like my weird symptoms of pregnancy, yeah?
Yes. Yeah, while you were pregnant.
So, it will start with my first trimester.
Yes, let's start from there.
My first trimester. In fact, I felt so unlucky when I was pregnant. Yeah, because I had like all the symptoms that you could ever think of, which was so heartbreaking. For example, I never knew that one side of my, very funny, but one side of my bum would pain me. Like the pregnancy is in the tummy. What's the relation between my bum and my tummy? I have no idea. But my bum was paining me. I couldn't even walk. Like I would be crying, like, why is my bum paining me? Something wrong with the baby, blah, 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 blah. You know, stuff like that.
And this was your first trimester, you said?
My first trimester, I had all the symptoms. Then I was always puking, like the toilet was my friend. I would literally bury my face there. I would puke every tiny thing that I eat. It made me so sick. Even thinking about it is, like, I don't know if I want to go through that again, honestly. I really
don't be scared, please.
Don't be scared though, because it's different, like we were saying. It's different because my elder sister did not experience any of this. Okay, my mom did not experience any of this. So why am I experiencing it? I don't know, but that's why we're saying it's different for everyone. Yeah. Then I had a bitter taste bud, like my tongue started like iron, something like that.
Yeah, that metallic taste. I had that.
When my friend was pregnant, she used to spit in this bottle, and I'm like, oh my god, like, ugh, I would just, ugh.
Yes.
I did it in my turn. Because how was I going to be going to the bathroom every second to like spit? So bottle was my best friend. I had loss of appetite. I had acne. I can't really think of everything, but I had like all the symptoms. Yeah,
I think for your first trimester, these things that you mentioned, I think a few of them are quite common, but a few of them are not. Like especially the first one you mentioned of the pain on your bum, and it's just one side.
I thought I was the only one.
I won't lie to you. This is the first time I'm hearing that, so I'm even learning, guys. See, I have not. Trust me, and I'm getting into this. I have a whole list here for you guys of things, and this is the first time I'm hearing about that.
I also had toothache.
That's another. Apparently, that happens. Yeah, it does happen. Apparently, when you're pregnant, well, I found out when I was pregnant too, because I noticed that the GP here, the general practitioners here, when you're pregnant, they keep telling you that, oh, I hope you have a dental care. So at first, it was like, why do you?
Yeah, like what's the relation? Yeah,
exactly. But apparently, after speaking to my sister, who is into women's health, and then she was like, oh, that actually happens, because I think my second trimester I started having pain in my gum. So when I'm brushing my teeth, I noticed that I was always bleeding. So at first when it happened, I thought it was just, I was like, oh wait, am I not taking care of my teeth anymore, or am I becoming very naughty? But actually I spoke to myself, I was like, oh no, actually when you're pregnant you tend to have bleeding gum, you tend to have there are a lot of things that happen basically. So they actually advise you to go check on your
teeth.
Yeah, exactly. So it's actually that seems to happen to a few people, not everyone, but apparently it does happen. And another thing that happens when in the first trimester, that I don't think a lot of people have it, but I think they need to change the name, and it's morning sickness. I don't know why they call that thing morning sickness.
No, see, nobody should ever call it morning sickness. It is called all day sickness. All day. you're gonna feel like, well, some people might feel like shit, like I did.
Yes, that happened to me, and I noticed that I wasn't really having. People say, "Oh, when you wake up in the morning, you'll be so tired." I was like, "Yeah." First time I was tired, but I actually felt more sick more
Yes.
in the evenings than even in the mornings. And in the morning, I'm active. I'm even making breakfast. I'm cooking in the afternoon. And it's just like, oh, is this me? And then once it's like 6, I'm just like, it's like a trailer ran
Wow.
over me. I'm nauseous. Everything is just coming down at once. And I'm just like, whoa. And then I go and speak to my GP or my sister, and I find out that, oh, it's just morning sickness, apparently, that is happening in the evening. So please,
I didn't get any
whoever
break.
called that
I
morning
didn't
sickness
get
needs
any
to
time
refrain.
frame. Mine was all through.
Yeah, yeah. So that's another thing that happens. So, but yeah. So what else apart from this? You mentioned this was your first trimester. Did anything new happen in your second trimester?
Oh, my second trimester was perfect. Like, I literally couldn't wait to get to second trimester, because people would say, don't worry, when you get to your second trimester, you know, things get better. And then I've forgotten how they count trimesters. I think it's like the 13th week that stops, you know, the
Yeah,
first
and
trimester.
first 12 weeks is first trimester. So
Yeah,
3 months
but
and then 13.
okay, then 14th week, which was supposed to be like my second trimester, I was
Mhm.
still having everything from my first trimester, and I'm like, I'm in my second trimester, for crying out loud. When is it going to stop?
I
And
think
it happened
it
all
actually kicks
all
in
through the
much
15th
later.
week. Yes, yes.
Yeah,
So probably like 16th week, 17th.
yeah.
You know, I started getting better, and I was agile all over the place, and it was good from there.
All right. That's good. That's good. Yes. Well, for some people, it happened to me too. That I would say we have in common. Second trimester was a bliss. Like I was happy. I even
Yes.
moved. It was during late second trimester into third that we actually moved houses. So for me, I know how moving can be. So we did all that, and I was really strong. So I would
Wow.
say, but I've heard of cases where some people don't have that. Second trimester is
Yes.
the same thing. It's like their first
Yes.
trimester is just going into is prolonged into
Yes.
because some
Yes.
people say, oh, when you're
Honestly,
second trimester, Miss Onyeka just said she's a second trimester is the glowing stage. Yes, your face will be
it is.
glowing.
Yes.
Like,
I didn't even have acne that period. Like, I was so happy.
yeah,
It really is.
it's a wonderful thing, I would say. And then I just wanted to add to what you said in terms of the things that happened. I don't know if you had for a second trimester, even if you did not, you don't really have like morning sickness as much. You don't feel nauseous. You gain your appetite starts picking up. So that's a good
Yes.
thing. So it's
Yes.
like everything that's happened in first trimester kind of like goes away, and the good
Yes.
things start happening. But,
Yes.
but apart from that, there's some things that actually happen. It doesn't really put so much stress on you or make you tired or make you ask yourself like, God, why did I get pregnant? There's some things that happen, and these things, I don't know if you had them, like hairy belly. So all of a sudden your maybe hair on your legs or your places that usually would shave will start growing at a very, I don't know, it's like
See, really though, I wish someone had told me all these things, because when I started getting hairs on my leg, like normally I'm hairy, but not like that. Hairs
exactly
on my legs, on my hands, like.
everywhere, yes,
And then
yes.
one funny thing is that I would shave, and I'm like, oh my God, hope I don't shave my baby's hair. I know. Then I will stop, because I really didn't know what I was doing, but it was just so weird. So weird.
I know. It's a lot of people. That's one thing. Because I just was like, because it's just the way there's some parts you wonder. Some people, you notice that when you're pregnant, your hair begins to flourish on your hair.
Yeah.
That's your hair. So
Mine
you're like,
did,
oh, nice.
yes.
But unfortunately, other parts that have hair begin to flourish
Yes, you
too.
know.
So you're like, no, I only need it here. I don't need any other place. Exactly.
Exactly.
So it's you know, I would say that's one of the joys, and you can't really win
Yes.
every time. So yeah, as much as we're happy for the one on our head, we're not happy for the
We're
other
not happy for the
people
one on our
because
leg.
it's not exactly comfortable, especially if because I heard it's not really nice for obviously nobody wants to be pregnant and going for wax outside
Oh,
or
true,
going for
yes.
laser. So you have to probably do it by yourself, which is
By
not easy because
yourself.
you have a growing bump. You can't really reach some places, and it's just like
Except you have a partner that can do it for you.
Exactly, and not everybody's
Eh.
partner is willing to do such things. Like, sorry. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
some of us are lucky. But yeah, there are some other things. Did you have itchy legs? Because this is something that some people have, but not everyone has. I personally did not have it, but
No.
this is something that I heard
I
that
didn't
kicks
have
in.
that. The one I
Yeah.
had was extra dry skin.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I did have that too, and especially not everywhere. It was like in specific areas.
Yeah, my
So
legs, my
yeah,
hands.
and your belly. And mine was like my lower underneath when my bumps started coming out. And so the thing is, I think the one that is common for itchiness is it can be your legs and it can be the bump. So
Yeah.
did you have were you itching on your bump by any
Yeah,
chance?
I did a little bit, not too much. And then I tried, like they say, don't scratch it so that you
Yeah.
don't, get
Yeah,
stretch
it's not
mad.
easy, but what
It's
I
not.
did from mine was I just tried to every time I felt that urge to itch, I just made sure that I
Moisturize it.
moisturize. So you just go rub cream. So that's I think that kind of worked for me because it just took away that itchiness. That because I feel like when your skin is dry, that's what it leads to you wanting to itch, and that's what leads to the tiger marks that you're trying to
Yeah.
avoid.
Yeah. Someone
It's
said my
not
lips
easy.
were extra dry. Yes,
Yeah,
mine too
yeah, just
happened. Lip balm
that's
was
another
always
thing.
by my
See,
side. So just extra dry.
so
Probably the
lip
baby
balm is
was
always going
taking
to be your
all
friend.
the yes.
Guys, it's a like I have to keep adding this. It's a beautiful thing. We're not trying
It
to scare
is.
you.
Right, we've
We're
not
just
gotten
trying
to
to
the
let
painful
you
part
know.
yet. Yes.
Because one thing is another thing why I really want to talk about this is because when you're pregnant, anxiety is something that is natural. It comes with pregnancy, even
Yeah.
especially as a first mom. You don't know what's going on. You're always at alert. You're just like, oh my God, hope I'm not doing the wrong thing. Hope baby's
Yes.
okay. Hope I'm eating the right thing. So that anxiety is already there. So this weird symptoms coming up only comes to add to it because you're just like, oh my God, is this happening to somebody else? And that's the reason
Yes.
why I wanted to do this because anxiety in itself is already good during pregnancy, something we can't avoid, but you can try to like reduce the level at which it can get to get harmful because sometimes when you start having panic attacks, that's not good for you and that's not good for baby. So that's the reason why we're doing this, guys. So we're not trying to scare you. So I've mentioned that. And towards the end of your second trimester, did you have maybe leaking boobs?
Oh no, I didn't. It didn't leak at all. No.
Yeah, I don't think it's in second trimester. I think it's towards the end of third trimester actually.
I
But
think
we'll
this
get
was the
we'll get
end.
to that.
Yes.
I think this is more of third trimester. But before I start talking about these things, I just want to ask you what. So after the glowing stage, when the happiness came, what happened in your third trimester? Because I know that some people say it's like this. It starts like this, and then it goes up, and then it's boom. So what was your
Well,
case? Did your third trimester go back to first trimester times two?
okay. For my third trimester, I had like serious pelvic pain, and
Mm.
I might know my pelvic, but in my third trimester, I didn't know what pelvic was anymore. I'm like, am I really touching the right place? Why can't I
Pain.
get to it? Is it really my pelvic? Do you get? So there'll be a time where I will not be able to walk. Then my belly was like really huge then. So I wouldn't really be able to walk well. I'll be stuck. I'll have to call my husband, babe, I can't move. I can't move. Like it was that bad. That
Oh
bad.
wow.
Then I would have to like spread my legs apart to, try to walk. But it will come and it will go. It didn't always stay, but it will come
Yeah.
and go. So it was where it was scary. And then I got tired of being pregnant. Like my third
Yeah,
trimester. Like
I guess towards the last 4 weeks or thereabout.
let's say mine was even as early as like 6 weeks before, I was see, I don't know. I was just tired. I was over it. Like, can this baby just come? I was over
I
it. I would wake up.
know.
Well, I had insomnia.
Oh, that's something I was going to mention now that
Do you
happened during
understand?
third
Like, I
trimester.
wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to sleep well. Even if I managed to sleep, I can't be so comfortable on the bed because I'll have to use like one side. And it was just so uncomfortable. I was just tired. That was it for my third trimester. Pelvic pain, and I was over it. That was it.
Yeah. Wait, someone said, oh yeah, I actually thought that. Guys, I'm sorry, I'm not really good with this, but let me see if there's a way I can turn off. Do you know how to do it? Turn off the comments. 1 second. because it's covering your face. Your fans
Oh.
are angry with me. Oh, I've seen it. Okay, guys. I'm sorry.
But I think I can still see them here.
Yeah, let me just turn that off for
Oh, okay.
now
I
so
think
that
you
that
just
way.
did it.
Yeah. Okay, fans, please don't be angry so you can see how beautiful it is. But yeah, so these things that you spoke about, I did actually experience one. And before I turned off the comments, I actually saw something from Onyx. She said muzzle pull at night. My
Yeah.
love, I had that a few times. I think this happened more towards the last 5 weeks of my pregnancy.
Wow.
Like imagine you having, even when you're not pregnant, you have that kind of, sometimes when you're sleeping, you sleep the wrong way, you have muzzle pull. But this one comes.
Yeah.
So imagine having muzzle pull on your right leg, and then you're trying to recover from the right one, and then the one on the left starts. Imagine
Happens. Oh
having
my
muzzle pull
God.
on two legs at the same time. It was so painful to the point that I actually would cry. And my husband, I had to wake up my husband, and he's just there, trying to stretch it for like 30 minutes. We're there struggling with muzzle pull. So, and if I move the wrong way, it will kick. So once one is stopping, the other one is starting.
Wow.
And I'm just like, is this in any way normal? Like, why? And I'm just
Yeah.
asking myself, who asked me to be pregnant?
No,
But
I don't think that was funny at all. Like,
no, it's not nice. And
I
that
cried a lot
pelvic
of
pain,
times during my. I
yeah,
cried.
it's
I
not
just.
nice.
Oh
It's not.
no.
There's all, and you did mention something about pelvic pain, and this is something that I have actually heard. I did not have that personally, but um I've heard of a few people that do have it, and people that tend to have that. I don't know if you had it. Do you ever have any point in time when you, towards your end of your third trimester, you're probably sneezing and maybe you peed yourself, or you laugh and you pee yourself?
Ha ha. Pee. I kid you not. Every little thing I do, I pee. Then, there was a hack, I started doing. I think I watched it on TikTok. So
Yeah.
anytime, just like you don't know when you're going to laugh. You don't know
Yeah.
when something or someone's going to make
Someone's
you
going
laugh.
to do something.
So
Yeah.
every time I always like cross my leg this way, even if I'm standing, I just cross my leg. So it tightens that place in a way. So if you just laugh, I'm like, please don't make me laugh before I pee. It was so no, it's so embarrassing. I'm gonna say something so embarrassing. There was a day I went to my friend's house and we're in the kitchen. She was cooking for me, and she does take care of me that period. And then she said something, I just laughed, ha ha ha, and then it was pee on her kitchen floor. And I'm like, oh my God, like kitchen of all places, Makky. Kitchen. Do you know how dirty that would be?
That's the thing, it's not your fault. And
it's not my fault, but
when I
I
actually
also
heard
happy
about
that
this
she was my friend, so it was less
it
embarrassing.
wasn't so bad. But
yes.
you're lucky at least. It wasn't the best of places, but you were
No.
indoors. Imagine if that kind of thing happened to you at some restaurant or something,
What would you do?
So at that point, that people will think you're probably about to go into labor because they'll think your water probably just broke.
Do you get?
My love, see, these things happen. And funny how you're actually like apart from when I see it in the movies, but you're the second person I'm actually speaking to that actually said that has happened to them. Because I've noticed that most people that say that they had like pelvic pain tend to always, like, I think it's like it comes together. It's like a package.
It does.
It's not the best, but it tends to happen. Yeah. And lack of sleep, like you said already, that's I think that happens to most people, because I think baby gets very active in the last, because now he's fully formed, and especially when you can now feel him kicking and stuff. So I noticed that, and not everyone, but most people's, like personally for me, my baby was very active at night. So during the day, there are times, there are times when he won't even move, and I'm there calling the doctor that, please, my baby is not moving. Can I come?
I heard that happens too.
I'll call. They'll be like, can I come to? It was so bad at some point. Towards the last few weeks, they knew me at the hospital. Like, just call me, let's check. But then this child is so quiet during the day. Like nothing is happening. Once it's time for me to sleep, it's time to play football. That's when he wants to play. That's when he wants to just to mommy and daddy. And I'm just like, why?
I don't know why they do that. Really, I don't know. Mine was active all through, morning, afternoon, night.
Oh wow. Mine was chilling. It was like, this is time for me to rest, and I'm having video with you at night. It's time for us to pray. But I guess it's different. It's different for everyone. Like I said,
Yes,
the
it
one
is
thing
actually.
that's why we're here to share this for people to know that if it's happening to you, if it's not happening to you, you are totally fine. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Um, it's another thing that happens more from, it could be second trimester, late second trimester. Some people have it from the beginning. Swallow fit. Your
Swollen
legs when
face.
it
Oh
gets
no,
super
I didn't
swollen.
have that at
I
all.
I I did not have that too, but apparently it's something that is actually
Yeah,
one
it's
of the
quite
common.
common. I've seen it
Yeah,
happen to a friend of mine too.
yeah, it's
And the
actually very,
fingers
very
too.
common.
The fingers.
Yeah,
Swollen
yeah. So
fingers.
I guess that's something that happens, and they always tell you have to keep your feet up, elevate your
Mm-hmm.
feet. Don't wear tight shoes, or limit how much you walk around. Try to walk around, but at the same time, not overdo it, because it could walking around too much could actually make it swell more, and not walking around.
Well, I walk around a lot. It did happen to me.
That's it. That's the thing, because I did walk around, because the period for me when I was pregnant was when the lockdown was like proper last year. So that was like from August that we saw there was a lot of lockdown here in the UK. So it was like we're home from like we're in the lockdown. I think we came out of a lockdown July, went into another one in August through to like October, came out of it again, and then went into another lockdown for Christmas. Into so it
Wow.
was, I'll say most of my pregnancy I
On
was home, and
lockdown.
COVID made it worse. So the only time I could actually like go out was maybe when me and my husband are just taking a walk. So that was like that was my way of, apart from the fact that I used to exercise on my own in the house, but that was like my get out, or I'll say, just to take some air. So,
Yeah.
but luckily that did not happen to me either. So I guess different things, like you said, what happens to one person does not happen to the
Might not
next
happen to
person.
the other person.
So
Yes.
yeah. So is there any other thing that you want to add in terms of, have you mentioned? I don't know if I've mentioned everything. I'm sure there's some that we have not even heard about.
Yeah, I think there are. Okay, morning
There
sickness,
has to be, I'm too
aching
sure.
every time. Yeah, like my
Oh
third
yeah, in
trimester was
terms of
also
that
puking.
pain. Yeah, the pain that you added, when you said you had the pain on your bum, there was
Yeah.
one pain that I used to have. It's called, apparently it has a name. It's called sciatica. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's a pain that happens mostly in your third trimester. So some people, even when you're not pregnant, it's something that actually happens to some people, but
Okay.
it's more when you're pregnant. There's this pain to the
On
side
the
of
bum
your,
too.
or just, no, on your back. This is more of your back. I heard there's something just below your spinal cord area. So because of the pressure of the baby, it presses on your spine, so that leads to some kind of pain. So apparently that happened. So I did have that. So I noticed
You
that
had
was
it
when
like
I,
your third trimester.
yeah, that happened a lot in my third
Okay,
trimester.
if what you're describing is called that, I think
Yeah,
I'm now having it in my fourth trimester.
well, it does happen. It might just be a side effect of pregnancy. It would go,
I
but you
don't
just need
know.
to, just try to do some back yoga, like stretches for your back. That will relieve it. All
Okay.
that cat and dog poses and things like that. If you just go on YouTube, just type back pain relief or sciatica, just read up on it. It happens. I actually did not know about it until I was
Wow.
pregnant, and
And then
I,
I was thinking that okay, it was because I was carrying my baby a lot that's happening to
well,
me. Because
that
I didn't
in
have
itself,
waist pain. I didn't have back pain when I was
yeah.
pregnant.
Hmm.
So I didn't even know why it's happening to me now that I've given birth.
Well, carrying baby too can be another thing. So you have to be very careful with your back when you're bending over, because you'll be doing a lot of bending with baby. So you need to be careful that you're bending the right way, not just, standing, and take your time. It
It
happens,
never
my love.
ends. It never ends, honestly.
Joys of motherhood.
At this
But
point, I'm
yeah,
like, whatever you bring, I'll take it. You know?
it is well. It is well. So, that I guess we have mentioned. If there's anything, we'll open this up now to everyone. If you have anything that's happened to you, I will turn the comments back on. If you have questions, and if you have anything, just let us know. But before we get that, I just want to quickly wrap up with Judith. So how was delivery for you? So personally, I have watched your video. Guys, you're a YouTuber, so you guys should check her out. But
Yeah,
anyway,
please follow me on YouTube, Judith Real. Okay?
so if you haven't, for us or people that have not heard this before, can you just share what your delivery was like? How did your labor start? Things like that. How was it for you?
Okay, so now story time, okay? Um well, a day before Okay, because like I said, I was tired of being pregnant. I
Mm-hmm.
was, I was over it. And I used to tell God that, can this baby just come early, like all formed well,
Yeah.
no disorder, just, really perfect. But can it just come early? So that was the conversation that I was always having with God, like just talking. And I think normally it's supposed to be like 40 weeks or so
Mm-hmm.
for your baby to come.
Oh yeah, that's the
Yeah,
normal.
okay. I didn't want to get to 40 weeks. That was how bad it was. I'm being very honest. I didn't want to get to 40 weeks. I wanted the baby out.
I understand. I'm opening my
So
mouth, but that
luckily
was
for
me at
me,
35
God
weeks.
just said, Judith, I've heard you. Okay. So he gave me the baby 38 weeks and I
That's
think
nice.
5 days or 4 days thereabouts.
Mm-hmm.
So that was early, that was perfect actually.
That was
38
fine. That's
weeks.
fine. It
Yeah.
happened.
So the day before I went into labor, I went on a boat cruise. So I was partying and ready, just moving my body for this baby to come. I had a lot of dates, and I think normally every evening my husband and I walk because I gave birth in Dubai. So Dubai, I don't know if you guys are very familiar with like marina in Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
They have this marina walk, which was so
Mm-hmm.
comfortable for walking every day, especially in the evening. So that particular day, I was like, am I going to miss my walk because of this, boat cruise?
Mm-hmm.
No, I want my baby to come early. I'm gonna do this walk. Don't worry, we're not gonna enter taxi.
Mm-hmm.
So we walked all the way to the house. This was like 1 hour, 30 minutes walk. Every time I got tired, I would just sit. I'm like, let's go again. I was very determined for this baby to come, honestly.
Wow.
So we walked all the way, and when we got home, I started having serious Braxton aches. Like I used to have it every time, but this one was just very different. It was very tight. I think I even cried that night. Like I was over it now, and like the baby's not even here after all my walk. Do you get? So eventually, I think I managed to sleep that night. I played some music, and in the middle of the night, I think around 4, I went to pee, and I wiped with like tissue, and I saw blood, and I smiled. I'm like, is this it? And I went to wake my husband. I'm like, babe, wake up, wake up. I think I'm in labor. Wake up. And he was like, what's that? And then he was like, okay, what do we do? Do we start going to hospital? And I'm like, no. I used to watch all those, videos where when you get to the hospital, they'll send you back home. Do you get? And I've heard people say it, and I didn't want to be among those that they'll send back home. I'm like, nah, let's just, wait it out. And then the first, I think contraction, that's what it's called. The first contraction just hits me. Then I remember when my mom says contraction is like similar to menstrual pain. And normally I don't have menstrual pain when I'm seeing my period. Yeah, I don't have it. So when it happened, I'm like, okay, is this it? I was so excited. And I'm like, bring it on. But that was just one. And then the second one happened. It came with me puking. And I'm like, okay, this is not funny anymore. Yeah, I started puking. And I've not even packed my hospital bag then. So thankfully, my younger sister was around. So I had to wake everybody up. My husband and my sister, we all woke up, and I called my midwife. I explained to her what was happening, and she was like, okay, Judith, you have to come in to the hospital. And then we went there, and there was a nurse on duty. She checked me, and I was, I think, 3 centimeters dilated already. Okay, so she was like, you're not going home. You're going to have this baby today. I was so excited. Then the real contraction started happening. It was bad.
Did you need assistance?
See, I already prepped my mind that there's no reward for pain. So I was going, Makky, I kid you not. I told myself that I was going to get epidural. Because when I remember when I called my mom in Nigeria, like, oh, mom, I'm in labor now. And the prayer that my dad prayed, let me tell you, he said, God, Judith, she does not like pain. Please, I don't know how you're going to do it. But she's the only one in our family that cannot withstand pain. That was it. Like everybody knows. So I said I was gonna take epidural, and then when it hits me, I asked for epidural. They gave it to me. Like my eyes was turning me. They gave me gas and air. I hated it. It didn't work for
They
me.
gave me that too. And I'm like, what?
And I'm like, what is this?
Kidding?
What is this? It's not helping. And even the epidural, like it was so frightening, giving me the epidural. Like I think it's spinal cord that they give it.
Yeah, you're back, yeah.
Yeah. And how am I not supposed to move?
Move. You shouldn't move. Yeah, I know when you're in pain.
See, I don't know how I did it, but they gave me that epidural.
Do you know why? Do you know why I think? Because that happened when they told me that. Because my sister already told me that they're giving you. You have to be very still. But you know that because you already know that when you take this at the end of the tunnel, there's peace.
There's light.
My love. That
so
pain,
I held on to everything I could.
You will hold on to all your mind, like give
yes. So that's exactly what I did. And when they gave it to me, I started waiting for it to happen. Like, okay, I'm not feeling any pain. And I think the doctor now came in and checked me. Had to put ice on my stomach, my leg. I said I wasn't feeling. I'm like, okay, perfect. That means it worked. Because I hear of cases where even after giving you epidural, it might not work.
It might not work. Yeah, yes. I've heard that before.
Thankfully, it worked for me.
Yeah.
Then I think I was in the delivery room, if that was it's called. I don't know the terms of this. Yeah, so we're just waiting. So my doctor came in and she was like, okay, Judy, just open your legs. The baby will soon be here. They checked me again. I was 4 centimeters dilated. Then my nurse and I were just gisting. Basically, we're just gisting, and she was like, I told her that I was feeling some sort of pressure in my tummy, and she was like, nah, the baby is not here, you're still 4 centimeters dilated, don't worry, let's just prep this. We're just gisting basically. And I'm like, oh my god, Lara, I can feel it. Because she's Nigerian. Lara, I can feel it. I can feel the baby. And she's like, okay, just calm down. Maybe I was being dramatic, I don't know, but she just opened it like, oh my god. She was so shocked to see the baby's head. And I'm like, what's that? Wait, what's that?
You're just chilling.
I was chilling. At the point I was brushing my hair, I was applying my lip balm. Like, I didn't know what was happening.
Is this not motivation to get pregnant?
I was doing everything, and my husband and my younger sister were there, so they could keep me company. Thankfully, they allowed them. And if they didn't allow them, I was going to cause a scene because I needed my support group.
Of course.
So, and she just opened it and said, oh my god, the head is here. Oh, the baby's almost here. I don't know what she was doing. I think at that before then, my doctor went to drop her bag, so nobody was ready for me to give birth. It was way too early. 4 centimeters. 4 centimeters dilated.
Wow.
And before she could even come back, the baby's head, neck, hands, tummy, baby literally slipped out. I did not even push at all. Like, nothing. I didn't push. Baby just came out on its own.
Guys, isn't that God?
That is God.
Like, I tap into your miracle for my next baby.
Like, I was in shock, literally. Even when I was delivering my placenta, because I think that's the second stage.
Yeah.
The doctor just said, okay, Judy, you're going to push. I'm like, oh, the push that I didn't do before, I'm not going to do it. So I was ready. I'm like, and I just did. The thing just came out again. I'm like, is it how easy it is? It was so funny. It was weird. I was in shock. I was shivering, like, oh my god, did I just do that? And I just thank the Lord.
You thank God. That's a beautiful one. Like I said, I tap into that testimony because my love, because you hear different stories. You're just like, so when I actually did watch your video and I saw that, I was like, yeah, okay, like, because when you said it at first, like, because the caption of your video was like, oh, I gave it, I did not push. I'm like, okay, and I was like, no, I have to watch this. So when I watched it, I was like, because I actually saw you rubbing your lip balm, and next minute, it was out, and I'm like,
it was out, like,
wow. It happens. It's just, it reminds me of the lady that was in front of me when they were still trying to induce me, because my own baby decided to have, I don't know,
time.
spend extra nights.
Yeah.
12 days. 12 beautiful days extra. So,
Whoa.
my love. So the lady in front of me actually went just like you. Hers was even just funny. She was standing and she went into labor. Her labor, everything was, I don't think it was up to 6 minutes.
Whoa.
She was literally just standing there. She was right in front of me because we're not even in the labor because of COVID, they'll keep you in the delivery and then they will take you there later.
Yeah.
So the lady was in front of me. She was standing and then I saw her, she kind of held her stomach and I was like, oh, are you okay? Do you want to lie down? And she was like, oh, no, she's fine. She wants to drink water. And then it happened again, but this time it was a bit, had high, the pitch was getting, high. And I was like, are you sure you don't need help? And then she was like, oh, no, she's fine. And I'm like, okay. And then the next minute it happened. So I rang my bell and I said, okay, I think there's something wrong with the lady in front of me. And then before they could even come, she had already started screaming that, oh, she thinks her baby's coming, thinks her baby's coming. They said, oh, let them go get the wheelchair to take her to the ward. And then the next thing, before she could sit down, the baby's head was already.
Oh my
the baby's
God.
head was literally already showing. Judy, this was me. Like, the lady her bed was literally in front. So imagine me watching this thing and my baby was still in my stomach.
Oh.
And then the lady was like, oh, the baby's already coming. We don't think she can make it to this thing. Call the doctor, call the doctor. Judy, before the lady could even go to call, she does the, baby was out. The baby was out. I'm not even joking. I'm even saying 6 minutes. I don't even know if it was even up to 5 minutes. This whole thing,
wow.
like, oh my. So it happens. It actually does happen. And this for her, this was her, I think, third child. And she said this has never happened to her before. Even the midwives were like, this is your first time seeing this kind of thing happen. So, like I said, pregnancy and delivery, not just pregnancy, delivery itself is different for everyone.
It's different for everyone.
Everyone has their own story. So it's just left for you to, find what's good for you and just enjoy the process, I would say.
Yes.
So,
like whatever happens basically that day, just, it doesn't always go as we plan. Okay,
that's one thing. Don't have lower. I'll say just lower your expectations. Obviously, what you should go there is, I just hope and pray that you and baby come out in one piece. That should be what you should be saying. However it happens, you can't really. We pray for the best, but you can't really control it, and the doctors only want to do what's best for you in that situation. So yeah, I would say we've shared a lot. I also want to throw it out there to our audience. Is there any questions that you have? Is there any weird symptoms that you may have experienced that we did not share? So if you want to quickly share that with us, let's just see if you have any questions about pregnancy, about symptoms, whatever it is, just let us know within the next 5 minutes so we can see, because I'm sure we have to get back to our babies.
Funny enough, yes, I'm actually enjoying this time away from my baby, honestly, because I need some me time, and I'm having it.
And this is something that we did speak about in the first episode, that taking that time, even if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, especially after giving birth, just take a walk, because mental health is very important, and that's something that we're going to actually discuss in detail. I'm going to have another show on episode on that, because it's one thing to be pregnant, it's another thing to give birth, and it's another thing to manage yourself, your personal life, baby, your marriage, because you are still married. That's something we need to remember that. So it's actually a lot, and this can take a toll on people's mental health. So it's okay for you to actually take a break, even if it's taking a shower for 30 minutes. Do it.
I'm just gonna chip in something right there. When you talk about mental health, I think in my second trimester, I wasn't having all those first trimester symptoms anymore, but it was really taking a toll on me. Like, I'd prefer my baby in my arms than in my tummy, left to me. And, when I used to say, people would be like, you better enjoy this time, because when the baby comes, you will not sleep. That's not what I'm talking about. Like, I'm talking about my feelings here, not when the baby comes. Do you get? So I was really sad. I wanted to leave Nigeria so bad. Like, I wanted to travel. I wanted to do something that would make me really happy. I didn't want to think. I didn't want to go out. I wasn't ready to share my pregnancy with everyone. I wanted to just enjoy it with myself. That's why I didn't want to say anything about it. So I spoke to my husband, and the funny thing is that I didn't even plan to give birth in Dubai. it was never part of the plan. I just wanted
Yeah.
to travel and say, anywhere I give birth, I give birth. My mind first, do you get? So I traveled and I felt so happy. I did things that I liked, I shopped. I loved it. So I was
Yeah.
happy. Baby was happy. So it wasn't
Happy.
about the traveling. It was about, me, what's going on in my head. Do you get? Because
Yeah.
I read somewhere that however you're feeling, your baby can also feel that way too.
Feel.
I don't know how
Yes.
true
Yes.
that is. Okay, now you're
Yes.
confirming that it's true. So I didn't want to be sad and have a sad baby. I wanted a happy baby.
Yeah.
You get? So mental
Definitely.
health is really
Definitely.
important.
It's
Just
very,
do
very, very important.
anything
So
that makes
anything you
you
can do,
happy.
do
Like
it.
just looking for happiness. Anyone, any person,
Because
anywhere.
it's really good for you to be in a good space, because like you said,
Yes, you need to
if you're
be
not
for you
if
to
you're
go
not
on,
where, and even be able to take care of baby, because if
Yes.
you're not in a good place, it's just like you're just there carrying. It's just like it becomes an obligation. It's not like you can run away from it, but then you
You
should actually
can't.
enjoy it. It shouldn't be like, oh,
Yes.
let me just do it because of what will people say. It's your baby. You need
Yes.
to
It's
enjoy
your
the
baby
process
at the
of
end
being a
of the
mom.
day. You made a decision to
It's
make the baby, so
exactly. So these are things that people don't really talk about, especially
they don't.
us back home in Africa. It's when you mention postpartum depression, you're like, what's that? Oh, what are you talking about? We did it. We had 5 children. Some people have 10 children. What are you talking
Yes.
about? You have
Yes.
one and you're complaining, and it's just and that's not what you want to be telling someone that is going through that, because it's a lot.
Yes, it
So,
is.
it's what it is. But like I said, that's another topic on its own, and we'll definitely go into that. So I see that people have just been giving comments, but no one has really asked any questions. But I guess that we have touched most of the topics, but on at least the symptoms I think that we have had and that we know about. But then I'm going to also, like I said earlier, guys, I'm going to share this on the IGTV. So if you did miss out, you're just joining, because I'm seeing some people are just joining and waving to them.
Yeah,
Please
they're just joining.
watch this. I'm going to post this immediately on my IGTV. And so yeah, so I just want to say thank you so much, Judith, for taking out time to be here. I know it's not
Thank you for
easy.
having me.
And we please extend my love to mommy for for helping us out with baby for the last almost an hour now. So I just want to say thank you
Don't
so
worry,
much.
it's worth it, because at the beginning she was not there. Okay,
Uh,
she just came this month. Yeah, so she's going to have all those time I did your mugo
My
by
dear,
myself.
milk it, because
I'm
it's not
milking her
easy.
dry.
Milk it, clean it, everything. Eat as much. Don't even think of it, fam. Eat. Enjoy mommy's food.
I
I saw
know.
you enjoying
Yes, I'm trying.
akara
I'm
noodle
not.
this
Don't worry. I'm
morning.
not doing that. Later we'll do the face farm.
We'll
But right
discuss that one
now,
later. Please enjoy the process.
yes, I
Well, thank
am.
you so much, darling, for being
Thank you.
here.
I really
Okay.
enjoyed it today.
Definitely. We will definitely be having you again. So hold tight, guys. We'll be seeing her face again very soon. Thank you, my darling. Okay. My love to baby.
I will. You too.
All right,
Bye.
darling. Bye. Okay, let me see. Okay, I really don't know how to tell you bye. I'm sorry, guys.
I think I was going. I don't know if I should press like this X
No.
right here.
Yeah, let me see. No, that's for you. I'm trying to tell you bye bye, and then
They
tell
don't want me
everybody
to
bye bye.
go.
Let me
They
see.
don't want me to
Oh
go.
yeah, I'm seeing you. Okay, okay. Bye, my love. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And like I said, if you're just joining or you join in halfway, I would be putting this full conversation on my IGTV immediately. So you can tune in and also share it on my stories. Thank you so much for taking out time to join New Mom Diaries today. I really appreciate every single one of you. Stay blessed and enjoy and have a blessed weekend. Okay? Till next time. Bye, guys.